Now, the best move here for Magnus was to sack his rook. Rook a3, a belligerent missile flying into the position. Then you take the knight, and allegedly, black is actually not just equalizing the position, black is maybe even doing slightly better, which is crazy. Crazy to think about, right? Rook a3, followed by queen c3. But okay, f5. Completely reasonable move as well, securing control of the... Hans plays king b1. Very natural move, and the king maybe goes to a2, where it's very safe, and not just the king going to a2, rook c1. And suddenly it's like, wait a minute. This setup that Hans has created for his king is completely safe. Actually, Hans, who's going to start using his knights, rook e1, securing the control of the e3 pawn. This attacks the rook. He just moves the rook, and now Hans can make a draw. He can repeat moves. He doesn't. He moves the knight back to f1, and the entire time he is maintaining an advantage, and Magnus blunders. He's maintaining an advantage on time. Magnus plays f4. He needed to move his queen out of the way, but the tension was rising. Pressure was building. He plays f4. Knight e4 is a clean tactic. That is an attack on the queen. That's an attack on the bishop. That is a hanging of the knight. But there was a discovery. And suddenly, Hans Niemann is winning. Help. Pawn takes f4. Bishop f4. You can't take the bishop because the rook hangs. So rook d1. Bishop goes here. Now we play knight e3. And the entire time, Hans is also pressuring on time. He's not just outplaying Magnus on the board. He's actually playing on time. a4. I've already talked about this. We would love to trade a pair of rooks and get the pawns going over here. We have h5. Magnus trying to do something. a5. Hans just pushing. Rook c8. King b3. Rook f1. We're looking for trades. We are actively looking to trade some pieces. Rook f4. Oh my goodness. He sacrifices the rook in 1.3 seconds and just plays queen d2. Counterplay. Rook f8. b5. He's just going to push the pawns. Ultimately, he has more pawns than his opponent. Rook e2. a6. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. The pawns are going to go together. That was Hans's entire idea. He was just like, I'm going to push the pawns. Magnus not going to be fast enough here. The bishop is completely blocked out. Rook a8. a7. The only moment of the game that he slips up. Apparently here Magnus could have played rook f2, rook back to f7. And he would have been in time to stop the pawn. But with 15 seconds on the clock, he goes this way. And this way is too slow because the king stops everything. You needed to go to f2. Now you can't go to f1. Rook c1. Rook c7 is stopped, and Hans ends this game in style, not just by sacrificing his rook, but by sacrificing his queen and playing b7. And that is the end of the game. Hans beats Magnus.